Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne and God, it will not stop me. So y'all, I owe y'all a pick a card reading. This is like shit, damn near like 3-4 months now, but I'm sorry y'all, it's like at the bottom of my to-do list, unfortunately, because it's just a luxury. I only be having so much energy, so since I have not done it yet, I'm gonna go ahead and do a blockage reading, just to see what our blocks may be, what may be holding us back from becoming the alchemist of our lives. Angel number 55. Beautiful changes coming in. All right, God, guardian angels, ancestors, beings of light, any information and guidance that you have for us to become the alchemists of our lives, how to become more spiritual beings, or just to bring heaven on earth, please deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible. Allow no room or doubt or confusion to enter me or the viewer's mind. I should have took that. What is our potential block from stopping us to become the alchemists of our life, God? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. What is blocking us from becoming the alchemist of our lives? Impatience. Fuck you guys. I'm sorry. Y'all, I talk to him this way. Y'all, you get your own relationship with God, okay? Angel number 147. I can talk to him this way, okay? Because that's our relationship. Yes, and I am impatient, damn it. So God is saying what's blocking us from becoming the alchemist of our lives and from trusting our instincts is impatience. It's like, I mean, this is very clear. Like, I get this. Like, a lot of us, you know, there's a lot of things that we want. But God is trying to tell us that the essence of spirituality is contentment. Also, because this is the blue chakra, I also feel like that's where our throat chakra. So there could be things that you are not saying or things that you're waiting to say, or I don't know. Like, let's get some more information about that. Oh, that's what I'm getting. The way that you're speaking, because you're impatient, the way that you're speaking to God and the universe is fucking up your vibration. It's not, you know, when you talk to God, like, what the fuck? It still ain't here yet. What the fuck? I'm doing all this work, blah, 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 blah. God is feeling your impatience. You're telling the universe that what you want is not here yet. And so it's not going to make it move any faster. You know, like, it's an energy game. It's all about like ease and in the least amount of resistance, and your impatience is making you have resistance. Do you hear me? Angel number 311. So let's get some more information about this card of impatience. Finding a way to express yourself. The cards of the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, reveal at a core level matters of communication. This involves creative focus and your ability to be heard and understood. Being able to communicate the truth in your heart will bring forth all the positive attributes of these cards. When you deny your heart's knowledge, remember it was instincts. When you deny your heart's knowledge, challenges will present themselves. Here you will find a definition of personal leadership and redefine beliefs that no longer serves you. Personal responsibility will be brought into play. The blue cards are a reflection of the blue cards are a reflection of how you relate to the world. All matters concerning self-expression will be revealed. This includes personal forms of expression such as writing, art, speaking, and presentation skills. The resulting experience in your life are linked to how you communicate with the world around you. In essence, this means that you will get back what you asked for, this means that you will not get back what you asked for, but you will get back who you are reflected back to you. So again, if you are showing the universe impatience, attitude, short temperament, that's what's going to be reflected back to you. Okay. So again, it's about we're having to hold the vibration of what we seek. We have to act as though it's already here, move as though it's already there. If we know that the blessing is for us, why are you impatient? Why would you even be worried about where the blessing is if you know where you're going, right? Right? That's something to think about. Impatience, electric blue moon. Your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning with divine timing. Child, that's my life. That is my life. The time to shine will come. Move with the energy and not in front of it. Being present has its own rewards. 523. God, I don't need you to be reading me in front of these people. You could have did this shit in private. But yeah, I get that. Like, it's like, there's so many things I want to do. I mean, I already know, like, I'm not even done with the first book, and I'm already like itching to write the second book. I'm not even done writing my books, and I'm already thinking about the movies I want to write. Like, there's just so much shit I want to create, and it's like, girl, like, you up here worried about the next book and the next thing, and it's like, I have to complete what I'm doing now. You know, like, it's like I'm putting more pressure on myself instead of just being like working on my book and doing these videos and like living my life and knowing that the time to shine will come. Like, there is a part of me that's just like, well, I'm still in this corporate job. That must mean I'm not doing something right. You see, it's like there is an impatience because I have made it to mean that if I'm still in corporate America, then that means I'm not doing something right. If I'm still in corporate America, then that means I'm not on the right path. Instead of realizing that if I'm still in corporate America, that must means that God, there's something still here for me to do. There's still something for me to learn here. And what I have been realizing this year is that being in this environment, being in this place between this rock and a hard place, it has been teaching me discipline. Angel number 645. I have always been the type of person that if I don't feel like doing something, if I had a fucked up day, I have a fucked up day. Like, my whole day is fucked up. I'm not doing nothing. I have an attitude. I'm mad. Me and my boyfriend got into it. I don't want to do no work today. That's how I used to be. I'm not working creatively. I'm not working worldly work. Like, I'm just fucked up because I'm so emotional. And like, these years being in this position has been helping me to move past that, because what I realize is, like, when I'm frustrated on my job, or when I feel like I'm trapped on my job, when I work on my book, or when I work on these videos, or when I do an article for Honestly Sis, it makes me feel better. It makes me have purpose, and it makes me realize, like, oh yeah, I am here for something. Like, I may not be shit to these people, but I know I'm like something to somebody else. And it does make me feel better, and it allows me to like move beyond my emotions. And like, that's what this period has been teaching me. And I don't know if I would have learned that if I wasn't in such an uncomfortable position. So again, it's about having this gratitude and having grace for yourself. Like, you know, just being like, you're doing the best you could do. Like, there's no need to be impatient. And also, like, this has been like a recurring theme, the stories that you're telling yourself. Like, I was telling myself, like, well, I'm still in corporate. That must mean I'm not doing something right. And that's not true. Like, if I'm still here, that must mean that there's something for me to learn here, or the blessing or where I'm supposed to go, it's not ready yet. Okay? So again, let's just be mindful of the stories we tell ourselves. Impatience. If I don't take care of it, it will never happen. Ethan grows impatient waiting for dawn, so he buys a used moon. Once it is in the sky, he steps back to see his handiwork. The moon will not stay in place unless he holds the cord. Sky God assures him that dawn will come when he lets go. But Ethan is fearful and grips onto the cord until he falls asleep and releases it. When he awakens, dawn has come and the radiant light in the sky is blocked only by his used moon. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to read that one more time. Ethan is fearful and grips onto the cord until he falls asleep and releases it. When he awakens, dawn has come and the radiant sun in the sky is blocked only by his used moon. Now is not the time to make a rush decision. You have made your needs known. Now leave it alone. You have made your needs known. Now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful coming to you if you are hasty. Am I jumping the gun? If I'm being honest with myself, am I forcing something? If I'm being honest with myself, am I forcing something? Scarcity thinking, being exhausted by your efforts, success through patience. Keywords: unfolding, revealing, and success, which again, this is like the third time I have said this. Like, I feel myself finally starting to relax and realizing, like, yes, everything that I want is going to come. But now I just have to participate in the unfolding. Everything you want is going to come. But like, you thinking about it, you worried about it, you being impatient about it, it blocks it. And what this is saying is that you are fucking up your own blessing from coming because of this impatient. And so God is saying, relax. He knows what you want. He knows where you're trying to go. He's trying to get it for you. So just know that it's going to happen. There's no need to rush. So just surrender and know that you're doing the best that you can do. That message just keep coming out. Like, you're doing the best that you can do. Okay. All right, God, give us a tool that we can use to help us to overcome this impatience. Why is it so important for us to just relax and to just relax into the unfolding of our life, God? Why are you telling us that this impatience is messing up our vibration? Just give us a tool that we can use to help us overcome this block, God. How can we overcome this block of impatience? How can we overcome this block of impatience? I love that message. That message makes me smile because like Angel 1111, like that's where I've been at, y'all. Like I just, it's this releasing of it, like just like being like, God got it, like fuck it, you know, like it's gonna happen. Like just being open to life and like getting out my own way, you know. Like it was like if I'm being one of those questions, like, if I'm being honest, am I forcing it? If I'm being honest, am I jumping the gun? Like, and I know, and I'm sorry that I keep talking about this, but it's because it's so relevant. But it's like when I was like talking to my ex again, at first I was just like, oh, should I be doing this? Should I be talking to him? This is da-da. And then like we came up with like this amazing business thing, and immediately I started thinking the worst case scenario. I started thinking all this stuff instead of just being like, you're jumping the gun. Like you're automatically thinking about the worst case instead of just allowing some shit to happen. And that's so many of us. So what God is saying is just relax. Stop thinking the worst case scenario. What if it happened? This is what we need to start happening. What if it could be amazing and better than what we thought? What if it could be better than what we imagined? Angel number 1222. In this moment of impatience, if the blessing isn't here, instead of being like, oh my God, the blessing isn't here, be like, oh my God. Think about what the blessing is, what you want to come. Matter of fact, fuck thinking about the blessing. What you need to do to get the blessing here. Have you done the work? That's what you need to do. And that's what I have to be. Every time I want to think about these amazing things, this grand life that I need to live, I always am reminded that, bitch, you haven't even finished the damn book. You just finished your outline. You still need to finish the book. You still need to have a finished product. And maybe that's you. You thinking about these big dreams, these big things, and you ain't even did the baby steps to get there. And number 1308. Let me give you a quote. This kind of look at the big picture thinking ignores the fact that a creative life is grounded on many, many, many small steps and very, very few large leaps. The media, everybody wants us to think about these major leaps of faith. People, oh, I'll quit my job and move to India and I'm living my best life. Or I did this and now I'm da-da-da-da. But God is saying you ain't got to jump out the window. You can take these baby steps of every day working on your book, every day working on some designs, every day making a beat, every day going outside and, going to walk a mile. It ain't got to just be creative. Your project could be your life. You thinking about, oh, well, I feel better when I get 20 pounds instead of just realizing that you may just feel better if you just get off the goddamn couch and work out. You hear what I'm saying? The tool that God has given us is I do not need to have money to attract money. And I love that because that's actually something I've been saying to myself a lot lately. You do not need to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. This is the same thing. You don't have to have love. You don't have to have love and a good relationship with your parents in order to attract love and to be a good parent to yourself. This is talking about money, but the same concept applies. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel right from where you stand before things begin to change. So that's what God is saying. You feel impatient, and that impatience is fucking up your vibration. Angel number 1444. So God is saying, instead of being impatient, instead of being like, why isn't the blessing here? Why hasn't this changed? God is just saying, why don't I have more money? God is saying, focus on doing the things that make you feel better. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong, by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of the direction of what is currently happening, your vibration will shift, your point of attraction will shift, and you will get different results. God is saying, trust your instincts. What's happening is, if you are in this place of complacency, if you're in this place of where you're only always thinking about where you could be, how you could have it, then you're not even working toward it. You're not working towards it. Of course you're going to have this impatience. Of course you're going to feel like life is against you because you're not doing shit to make yourself better. All you doing is just hoping and dreaming. What God is saying, stop hoping and dreaming, but get your ass out there and start living it. Start doing it on a day-to-day basis. Start becoming who you want to be. If you want to be a bad bitch that has fly-ass clothes and dress nice, why don't you start being a bad bitch now? Why don't you start dressing nice now? Why don't you start working out now? Why don't you start getting the workout habits now? Why you gotta wait till you lose 15, 20 pounds? You hear what I'm saying? Stop trying to think about the future and become that shit now. Do the next best thing until it become a real thing, okay? All right. My life is one of creating joyful experiences. Angel number 1622. God doubling down that you can do this now. It's not about, some fucking future dream and how it'll get all better now. It's about you becoming that person that you want to be right now. I realized that in my head. I'm like, oh, there's women that, I admire. The type of women that I admire, they're fly, they have fly clothes. They always got their hair done. They always look good. They always have a smile on their face. And I realized oh, girl, you don't have to keep admiring those women. It's time for you to become that woman. It's time for you to start making sure that you keep your hair up. Make sure that you, start spending time to come up with your own style. Cause you know it. And that's the thing, the instincts, you know what you want to do. You know how to become it, but the judgment, the waiting, you keep waiting for some force outside of you to make it happen, and it's not going to happen. You are the God. You are the one who put the shit in motion. So act like it. All right. Final message. Impatience and instinct. I do not need to have money to attract money. And my career is one of creating a joyful life experience. God, give us one final message to just help us understand how to overcome this block of impatience. How can we just trust ourselves, God? How can we know that we are doing the right thing? How can we just start to feel better now? How can we become who we want to be right now instead of waiting? How can we overcome? Okay, 2 cards popped out, and the card that is up, oh my God, is in the world but not of the world, and Sacred Fool. Angel number 1808. In the world and not of the world, and Sacred Fool. Well, the card that was actually peeking up was Pandora's Gift. Shit. Is in the world but not of the world. So let's focus on that, because I feel like that's what we need to understand. Look, damn, inspiration is right here. Inspiration with collaborative dreaming. So again, you know what to do. You trust your instincts. You know deep down. But let's go ahead and focus on this card 34, which is 7. Very spiritual. Very spiritual number. So this we're going to focus on. It is in the world, but not of the world. It is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your belief strongholds and mental or old emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you. Just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on a holiday every day? Perhaps there will be a softening in the way with life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that you may be accomplished. It is at an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it significantly enough to surrender our defenses layer by layer and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses, and at other times it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind organized, perfect, in order, or financially secure and stable, nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is much less resisting than what needs to come to you. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. If you have also drawn the oracle of faith in the process, this is a particularly strong message for you. The message is that you are shedding. It might be an identity. It might be a status symbol such as a car, home, or suburb. It could even be a socially admired relationship. You are shedding because no matter what the appearance of things, these old forms were too restrictive for you. It is important like your spirit, it is almost like your spirit was trying to walk around in shoes several sizes too small. They were starting to pinch, the seams were ripping, and eventually they will fall apart. Likewise, you are being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it is your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit of life that has brought this situation about. So you are being guided to trust. If you have also grown the oracle of trust yourself, then know you are not only being guided to rely on life, but also on your own inner knowing, because at some level you get it. You understand and know that this is all freeing you. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. That's it. Why do I keep ending these like that's, I don't know, I just be surprised that that's it. Okay. So I'm gonna read this one more time. So you are being guided to trust. If you have also grown the oracle of trust yourself, then you are not only being guided to rely on life, but also on your own inner knowing, because at some level you get it. You understand and know that all this is freeing you. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. And so, again, we didn't get the card of inner trust, but we did get the card of instinct coming out with the impatience. And so what God is trying to tell you to overcome this blockage of impatience, to overcome this block of you saying you don't have enough money or you don't have enough time, what God is telling you is to be in the world, but not of the world. Yes, in the past, you may not have been able to trust yourself, but you can trust yourself now. As long as you stay connected to that source within you, as long as you do things from a place of love, how can you ever go wrong? I feel like, again, the sacred fool came out again, that God is just asking you to allow yourself to go on this adventure. Fuck being impatient. Life is about the journey, not the destination. So God is saying, release the worry, release controlling, and just know that you can trust God and you can trust God to bring about any blessing or any dream that you think about. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial for you, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe so you will never miss out. Until we meet again, dream those dreams and never let the internet rush you. And just to clarify that message, y'all, I really feel like God wants us to know that he brought us down here to have a joyful life experience. He did not bring us down here to suffer. The whole purpose of this life is to get to those dreams and to get to those goals and those things that are meant for you. So instead of being impatient, instead of worrying about the worst case scenario, I want you to just focus on God and know that the best is yet to come. All right, y'all. See you soon.